Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Allison Caroly. I am a certified emotion code practitioner and Reiki master. And each week I've been coming to you and talking about the emotion of the week. And this week's emotion is anger. And in the emotion code, anger is defined as a strong displeasure and belligerence aroused by a real or supposed wrong, wrath. Anger is often used as a cover up or form of denial for emotions of hurt or fear. So, this week when I was posting about, I have a post, so check it out, about the emotion of anger. And I also asked in my IG stories some questions. And I always like to kind of recap of how people answered, because it's really interesting to see what people say. So I asked, what do you do when you have the emotion, when you feel anger? I heard I brood on it, so it stirs in the person and they don't actually speak about it. I had somebody say who they talk about it, and someone else said I have irrational thoughts and or make overgeneralized statements. And it's just interesting to see just what comes up for people. And then I also asked, is it anger that you're feeling, or is it something else? Like, if you really truly stick with it, is it anger or is it something else? 100% everybody who answered said it's something else. And those something else were the fear of the unknown, or just overall fear, disappointment and frustration. So what I love about asking these questions and then getting the answers is that people are just have this awareness of what's really happening. That awareness to know that it's not anger and it's something else is actually really big, and it can help you move through the emotion and the situation even more. So, as I've mentioned in past videos and posts, every emotion has a counter emotion. So when we're feeling anger, it's actually looking to feel something else, and that something else is peace. So peace is something, and I have this big smile on my face because I can 100% relate to this, because peace is something that I was searching for a very long time, especially when I kind of started my journey, I'll say, about over 6 years ago. And I was getting ready to, prior to leaving my corporate job, I was always looking to feel peace. And I would do this and I would do that, and even leaving that job and doing all these other things. But when I really found peace is when I found peace within myself. And that took time, and it took work, and it took effort, and it took therapy, and it still does. And it takes energy work and reading and just doing the inner work. You'll hear people talk about the inner work, and that's really that. And once I found that peace within, I was able to find peace on the outside, in relationships and situations and with work and things like that. So know that when anger comes up, it's really there to tell you, like many emotions, that there's something going on that needs to be looked at. Like, you're looking to find peace, and there's something that's unsettled, right? Often for me, it's either I've worked on it for a while on boundaries, and they're not necessarily, when people think of boundaries, it's like I put up this boundary for that other person. It's really not putting up a boundary, in my case, for other people. It's boundaries for myself in relationships, in my work with, when I'm willing to have sessions and respond to emails or messages and things like that. When those boundaries have been, and it's all on me, maybe shifted a little bit. And there's always room for moving and flexibility. But when I let that happen again and again, or I'm not taking care of myself, that's when that inner peace becomes unstable, I guess is a good word to use. So I often find also when I, for me, am unsettled, or that peace is not as available, is when I've set, or when the anger comes up, or frustration, is when I've set expectations. And that can be expectations for myself, for other people, or other situations. And really, what I've come to learn and continue to work on is, especially when it comes to, I'm much more easily able to forgive or allow and have grace for other people and not judge. But when it comes from myself, it's one of those things that I've continued to work on, right? So I just feel like I need to say, as you're working through, whether it's anger or another emotion, and that awareness becomes greater and greater, to find space. Always say to my clients, find space and grace for yourself. So allow, in finding space, I mean, allow there to be the time, and even sometimes space meaning being in the quiet, but allow there to be that time. And you can't put I just need it to be done today. It could take a couple days. It could just take minutes, but allow that time and grace for yourself. This is, as we go through, there's so much going on in the world right now. And as we go through these shifts and changes, and there's a lot of just self-discovery and healing going on right now individually, and I would say collectively as a world, just to allow that time and grace for yourself and for others, 100% for others as well. So I leave with you that the next time anger shows up, to just ask yourself, where is it that you're looking to feel that peace? What came up where that piece is unsettled or not available, and to then ask yourself, what can you do to allow that piece in? Like, what is it that needs to shift? What is it that needs to just allow that piece to come within? And sometimes it's doing nothing. That's actually sometimes what we need to do. But sometimes it's just the acknowledgement, and sometimes there is action that needs to be taken, and only you will know that. And by sitting with the emotions, and in this case, anger, the more we do that, the more awareness we have, the more readily available that information is to you. So I will say that if you have any questions about anger or peace or the emotion code, please drop me a comment or send me a DM. If you have any questions on how the emotion code could work for you, I do offer a free consult as well, or you could just DM me and I'm happy to chat with you about that. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and may you find joy, peace, and love today and every day to come. Thank you.